Yes! That's awesome! What?
In this video, I'm going to show you how to white balance and sync the white balance settings over multiple images, which is wholly appropriate if you have like 1,000 images of a wedding, some 500 shots inside, 500 shots outside. Here's a quick way to fix all of them. So first, I'm going to select the top image and come down to the bottom. I've only got 4 in this file, but it could be many more. And I'm just going to click on the Open in Camera Raw icon up here, or I could just double click since they're DNG, which are the same as RAW files. Either way to get in Adobe Camera Raw. Once you're in the ACR dialog box, it loads all the images that I had pre-selected. First, just to make a commentary, generally speaking, if you have a backlit portrait, whatever's in shadow is going to have a blue cast because it's only being illuminated by the reflection in the blue sky. So that's why you always have a blue cast in shadow areas, because if you're able to see in the shadows at all, it's from reflected blue light, typically. The photographer should have used some kind of fill flash or reflector board to warm up and brighten up the skin tones on the opposite side of the primary light source is. That being said, here's how you fix it. Just grab the white balance tool, which is right here, and click on something that would be light or light gray in reality, and that's where it will find the color cast. To remove it, I'm going to choose a piece of this veil. Come on, man. Let's, this is a dress. This is a dress. Something's wrong with my arm, but all of this is a dress. This is a veil. Get it together, man. In the shadow side, and watch what happens. It now goes back to that wonderful sunset look that was actually happening in the image. Now look over here. I have all these images selected, but it only fixed the first one. Well, watch this. If I shift click at the bottom, and I choose this icon right here and choose sync settings, it will ask me, what do you want to set up? And it pre-checks all the most common stuff, but it leaves off the things like cropping and spot removal, things that might only work on a specific image. And I just click OK, and it automatically applies. If I click Open Images, it would then open these images in Photoshop for more adjustments, but I don't need that. I'm doing quick in production work, so I just click Done, and then I go back to Adobe Bridge, and it auto updates. I see a little icon up here telling me I've done something in Adobe Camera Raw to this image. Now I want to get rid of these settings. I'm just right clicking on this side image area, going down the develop settings and clearing the settings. The reason I'm doing this is what happens if you have 400 images. It would actually slow up your computer a lot if you tried to bring 400 images into Adobe Camera Raw at once to sync them. So here's how you would handle that situation. You come in and you do the same thing, right? Still grab the white balance tool, still click on the veil. And actually, while I'm here, why don't I just bump up the clarity, try to open up those shadows a little bit, maybe the exposure a little bit, and see if I can save any of that blown out highlight. Can't do too much. That's about as good as I can do. And I'll click Done. Go back to Adobe Bridge. So it updated on this one, but these other 3 aren't working. Now watch this. I'll select the first one, and then I'll shift click on the last one, whether it's 3 or 300 or 3,000 images, doesn't matter. And I'll right click, go down to Develop Settings, and choose Previous Conversion. It's going to remember the very last thing I did in Adobe Camera Raw, and it will apply all those settings automatically, updating all of them.
Nice.
This is a great production technique for wedding photographers and really any photographer that needs to white balance or color balance or fix the contrast of a large group of images at once.
Yes!
Hey, what are you still doing here? It's over.
Yes!
Go watch another video of mine. Actually, all kidding aside, I hope this video helped. And if it did, consider subscribing. I like subscribers.
That's awesome! What? You just took one in the jugular, man! Whoa! Yes! God! Oh my God, I did! Is this bad? Is this bad? You should pull that out. I should...
Hey, you stayed to the end. You know what that means? You're awesome. I'm talking about you. Now get out of here.